this is Joanne. Welcome to Pinkfresh Fridays, where we use all Pinkfresh Studio products because we love them. I might be slightly obsessed with Pinkfresh Studio. I'm going to use one of the newer collection called Lovely Blooms. It's super duper pretty. Look at those colors. Love it. So I'm going to do a double page layout, and it took me a hot minute to figure this out in my head, so I just kind of left it there. So I'm going to tell you the measurements of everything, and then you can write them down if you want to copy this layout. Okay, let me tell you the measurements. I have 2 pieces of white basil cardstock washi tape together on the back. So let's do this side first. This is a 2 by 9 piece of paper, okay, and I have 2 border punches using my Creative Memory border punches, so I'm going to use that there, okay. And then this one is, oops, hit my paper. This one is a 9 by 4.5. I'm going to tuck this one a little teeny bit underneath this one, just so you know. And then this is a tiny bit more than 8.5, and this is a little bit like 5.7, I would say, okay. And then this one is an 11 by 6, 11 by 6, okay. So then for this page, we have a 9 by 7.5, okay, and this is a 2 by 9, and then we have another, oops, can't even see me, 2 by 9, and then another border punch, and it's a 12-inch border punch, but I just cut it to the 9 inches long, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put those together now, and I'm going to speed that up because I think it's going to take me a minute. I'm going to use my T-square ruler, and hopefully I don't mess up. And what I'm going to do is put the border strips over excuse me, over where the 2 pieces of paper connect, because I don't like it when you can see that line. So you can use a border punch, another strip of paper, a branding strip, some washi tape, anything if you don't want to use something like this, okay. So let's get this going. I'm going to speed this up. Okay guys, that is all adhered down, and these 2 pieces of paper I just left like that, even though that line is bugging me, but I think we're going to cover up most of it. So I have awesome photos. I did script this for myself before, but this is for her and her mother, and my nephew also, the family, graduating from 1st grade. Look at her, she's so cute. Love it. So I'm going to put that over here. Okay, and then here I'm going to put, this is my niece-in-law, and I'm going to put 2, 4, all my photos are 4 by 6. I can't talk. These ones I cut down a little bit less than 6, but it's still 4, just to be able to fit them in nicely, put a white border behind them, just to have them pop from the page a little bit more. This is her little BFF at school. This is her teacher, and of course I put stickers over personal information, and I have a heart over that. So this is my nephew, okay, and here we go. We're going to put everything sort of close together. These are going to be close together. This is going to be close to that. And this is up on 1, 2, 3 pieces of paper, really. So I'm contemplating putting this on some fun foam. Let me grab a piece and see if that would look good. I'm trying to get it in my hand and it's not working. So sometimes I'll just take it behind and just lay it down to see if it looks good. And I do like that a lot because it brings it up, it gives some shadow behind the photo. So let's do that. And this video might be a little long, so thank you for sticking with me. I use the cover of the collection as a nice white piece of paper. So I never throw away the collection covers of my Pinkfresh Studio, especially because you can either use the squares on the front that shows the pattern papers, or you can flip it and you have yourself some beautiful white cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to put this flush up against this piece of paper like that. That way you can still see the nice border. Looks good. I'm going to do that. I don't think we need foam on these two, like I said, because they're on 3 pieces of high quality thick cardstock. And you know what I'm going to do though? I am going to get my T-square ruler for this because I don't want anything crooked, because sometimes when you do a double layout, anything that's crooked, you can see it like nobody's business. Everything should line up nice. Okay, so there's that one, and I should be okay with getting this one down without my T-square ruler, because I'm going to put it up right next to this one. So, like that. Okay, have that down nice. And then sometimes when my corners don't stick down all the way, I'll just put a little dollop of glue in there like that and just adhere them down nicely. And I think so right here too. Just because they're not going to come up, but when you slide them into the page protector, sometimes they get stuck. They get stuck on the ephemera bad enough as it is. So let me see exactly where I want this. I want it right up against this striped piece of paper. I don't want to see any peach in between them is what I'm saying. But I want to make sure that I know where I want that to be, because I want this, this, and this to be at the same height. So I'm going to eyeball this for a second, and I still think that looks good. So right about there. So what I'll do is I come in with my T-square ruler about where I want it, and then I'll leave my T-square ruler there so I know where to come back. This is double-sided adhesive foam that I got off Amazon. I love it. It's very strong. Like once you get something down, you are totally not getting it back up. Okay, so that's down. So I need 2 more pieces of this lovely foam for the other side. It's on my cart here to the right of me. So because these are 4x6 size photos with a border, it's going to be a tiny bit more than 4x6. And I'm going to put this right on there. Nice. Okay, and let's do this one as well. Go with that one. Okay, so I just want to make sure I get it on there straight, because I don't like cutting adhesive foam afterwards because it gets stuck all over your scissors. Okay, so this is the bottom here. So where I want this to be over a little bit more, like say like that. Okay, so then I will come in and just say that I don't need it to be perfect. I mean, I could measure until tomorrow morning and still find inconsistencies. So that's not really my goal, because handmade things should just not be stressful. They should just be fun. Okay, so let me take the back off this, if I can get it. Okay, and I'm going to hold this down so it doesn't move. And again, is that where I want this? I think right there is good. Same thing here. Okay, here we go. And before I stick this down, I do know that I am going to put this circle right here as a layering piece, and I don't want the circle hitting that border. I want it to go right about here. I mean, give or take. I won't know until I get there. So yeah, that's good. Okay. Just want to make sure that looked good before I put this down, because like I said before, this adhesive foam is amazing. You're not getting it back up without a fight. Okay, perfect. There we go. What do we think so far? So please do take those measurements down in case you want to use the same thing with any collection. It doesn't have to be this collection. It can be any collection that you want to use. All right, I've got a whole tray full of stuff. I've got puffies, florals, of course, chipboard frames. I love this. I have some alphas, not sure if I'm going to use them. And then I'm bringing in some Hip Cake Club stamps because I think I want to use the 2023 stamp just so we can note the year. All right, so the first thing I'm going to want to do is I think I'm going to make a sequin shaker, and I'll show you how I do that. Again, this is going to be a long video. I pre-selected some little sequiny things. So let's move these. I was thinking this circle here, love it. First of all, I might bring in this blue frame over here too. I'm not sure, but I'm really liking it. So what I want to do is back this with a piece of acetate, and I use acetate from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I find personally that it's my favorite. It's the best one. It's super clear and very, very high quality. I like it a lot. All right, so I will just put this right on this acetate, pressing down really good. Okay, and then I have new scissors from Creative Memories. I'll link everything below. I've always wanted these scissors, and I just thought, hey, let's check it out. And it's not gonna hurt to have good scissors, right? Yeah, they cut nice. I like them. I'm just cutting the acetate around. I'm going underneath the frame just a little bit so the acetate doesn't stick out and you can't see it. Yep, I think I got it all. I usually go like this. There's a piece right there that I did not get because it's hard to see, obviously, because it's clear. I have enough problems seeing it in the first place. Okay, I think that's good. Easy peasy. Maybe I didn't get quite all of that right there. And I just go to the side and under because I don't want to cut the frame, obviously. So we'll save that for later. Then I am going to reach in my drawer over here and get my foam strips because I'm going to put a strip of foam around that. And I like these because you can bend them. So just go like this, and it's easier to bend it when the top is off. You don't have to fight with it as much. You just have to be careful that it doesn't stick to other things while you're doing this. And I don't know why that's there. Forgot to pick it up. Okay, and then I'm going to get a different pair of scissors. I don't want adhesive on my new shears. And I'm going to save this for later because I'll probably need to put foam underneath something on this layout. Okay, good. I'm gonna leave this up, and then I'm going to take a minute. I want the flowers to be going up, so keep that in mind when you're making your shaker. If you have pattern paper behind it, I wouldn't want it to look like that. I want it to look like this. Okay, and this sequin mix is from Buttons Galore and More. I love it. It's super pretty, and it had the nice peach color in it that I really wanted, but it also has little gems in it and these little teeny beads, and it's going to drive me insane if the gems are not, see, like if you see that white one right there, I don't know if you can see it, it's not the right side up. So I'm going to take a second. Well, that sequin's broken in half. I can't have that in my shaker. Put that right in the garbage. I'm going to take a second and make sure that all of these are the right side up so it doesn't bother me before we put the top on there, okay? Okay, I didn't make you watch that because it did take a hot minute. It really did. And just a little bit of my OCD showing up there. Apparently I can't talk and put glue down at the same time. So I have these all facing upright, and I have them more in the middle, so I can go ahead and set this down. And I don't think it really matters to me the way that this frame is stuck down. I just want to make sure that everything is inside of it and that it's centered, because the circle underneath it has a pretty stitching effect. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to press down like this several times to make sure that the foam adhesive, and I added extra glue to make sure that my sequins don't pop out over time, okay? I didn't get that 100% perfectly centered on the circle, but we will survive. It'll be okay. So I'm going to put that right there, I think like this. So if I do that, I am going to need some foam. I got this foam from Amazon as well. I think, see the gold line here and then the two floral parts? I think I'll have the gold be where the photo is. So then I'll know that I need to put foam there. Okay, let's see if that worked out. And again, this is going to be a little bit longer of a video. I hope that's okay. I think that's cute. I like it. All right, so that's going there. I'm not going to glue it down just yet because I haven't thought about any embellishments whatsoever. I love this. It's peach to go perfectly with her dress and the papers. That's kind of why I picked this collection, is because of the peaches, the peach colors. And I think I'm gonna want to put something like that, but I'm not 100% sure that's where I want it, but I'm 100% sure that I want to use it. And again, I'm reaching into my cart. This is a We Are Memory Keepers little powder tool. The brush that comes with it doesn't work anymore, so I just took it off. So I just pour the powder on there, and then I circle it around and take the adhesive off from it. And I'm doing it closer to me and away from the layout so I don't get powder all over everything. And then I just blow it off. All right, now I can audition this. So I used a metal die to make two little banners because it has a stitching effect, and I am not good at making banners at all. I just can't do it. I don't know why. So maybe a banner here. I'm gonna end up cutting the top of it off, I think. Let me move my puffies because it's super hot and I'm afraid my arm's gonna stick. So I don't want to cut the pink one, so I'm going to put that right to the very top of the page, and then I'll cut the top of that off when I'm able to flip my paper over. How's that look? Maybe over a little bit more. Not too much though. So I don't want a huge gap between this piece of paper and the banners. So I think that, but I think that if I put the smaller banner up on foam, it'll give that area some dimension. So let's get that done. Put some ATG on that. And I just go like that because every time I do that, there's a little piece of tape sticking off the top. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that this is straight before I stick it down, because if that one's not straight, then the second one won't be straight either. And I'm on the complete wrong side of the paper to do that. Let me see here, hold on. I'm stuck. It's not catching. Yep, it's straight. Okay. So now I can press, and then, like I said, I'm gonna put this on foam. Okay guys, I was able to pull this up a little bit, and I just want to put this floral in here. I'm gonna go right ahead and stick that back down. I had to pull on that so hard that makes me nervous that I'm gonna rip stuff. Go ahead and glue that. I just want a floral cluster there in the corner. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some more glue there. I have my florals separated out into bigger pieces over here. You can see a little bit, and up on top I've got what I would consider like tall ephemera to go up the side of a photo. And then I have a pile of leaves. Excuse my arm. So I want to make sure that I get a good quantity of blue in here, because I definitely want to be able to match the blue in this paper and the blue here. Random flower in the middle of my layout. So this might be a perfect spot for this. I was thinking that, so let's go for it. And then I can possibly take this blue one and put it here. I'm going to tuck it. I don't want it on top of the photo, or maybe I do. I don't know. And probably because I'm not sure, I think I'm just going to tuck it. And my only problem with that is that it's so hard for me to cut a piece of ephemera in half if I'm not positive about it. So I can use this someplace else. I'm covering up a lot of my border here. That's another one of my concerns. But again, I really like the thought of having some blue over here to match this. That's nice. And then I can remember to put this over on that side somewhere. So then I will want to fussy cut this leaf off, because if I can't see it, I can always use it on something else. So let me see. All right, that makes me happy to go underneath. So I'm going to go back in with this. Use some brute strength there, and even more. So let me go like this. I think that's good. Yep, I got it. I want to go under here, underneath the circle. I want it right there. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Let's pull this back up. There, I got it now. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a project. All right, well, that's gonna have to be where it goes, because I don't want to keep pulling that up and ruining my photo. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put this back down now after I brutalized my paper. Yes, 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 that's what I want. Okay. Oh my God. Everything is just such a project because I'm so hot that I'm just not thinking straight. Did you ever do that where you just get so hot, you just can't think? You just want air conditioning? I have air conditioning in every room except for my craft room. I can open the adjoining door that has air conditioning, but then my cat would be in here chewing on all of my stuff, driving me crazy. And I just want to hurry up and get this done. So I'm bending this, so that tells me that I need a piece of foam square underneath there. That's good. Okay, now I think I want that. I'm not sure. I might want to put a title there instead. So I'm going to take a quick break. Okay, my friends, I am finished, and unfortunately I finished off camera, but I didn't do too much more, so I'll explain everything I did. I was just absolutely melting of heat. You can't have hot flashes in 85-degree weather. It just doesn't work out. Your brain doesn't work the right way. So let me go through everything. So this is the whole thing. So what I did here mostly is this paper here. I had left this blank, and then I had put this border strip there, and I just didn't like it. It wasn't vibing with me, so I took a strip of this paper and put it over here just to finish off with like 1, 2, 3 patterns, and I just think that looks so much better. And then I came in with the same border punches, my favorite border punch from Creative Memories, and I put a whole strip down here and again on the top. I just think that it finishes it off, and it really needed it. If I had to do it over, I would have made sure that that border and this border was maybe across at the same height, but oops, sorry about that. It doesn't matter. It's fine the way it is. And I put enamel dots in 3 spots in both sides, and then I used the alphas from Lovely Blooms, and I just said kindergarten graduation. Used a Hip Kit 2023 stamp to put 2023. And because this is on the top and a small G would have come down onto the photo, it wouldn't have looked right. I just used a capital K and a capital G. I figured, whatever. Graduation. I had to double check that I spelled everything correctly. I put a floral and a little ephemera piece in here that says have the time of your life. A couple little enamel hearts I put over the private information. Those hearts are from an older Hip Kit club. I did make super cute butterflies. Let me show you. Let me see. Here we go. Those are small butterfly stamp, stencil, and metal die set. There's also a hot foil plate. That is also from Pinkfresh Studio. And all I did was use some Pinkfresh Studio inks to match the colors in this collection. You saw my shaker card. Let me show you that up close. Really cute. I like all the little things in there. Super cute. Here is a floral cluster that I did, and I put a little love this tag here. And I think that's it for that side. I do like it better with this piece of paper here. So I think this is about 2 inches, 2 by 9, if you want to add that, if you want to scrap lift this. I put a best moment sticker from the cardstock stickers here because there was people in the background and it just looked funny, so I figured if I put a sticker over it, pointing down, best moment, little BFFs, super cute. My niece-in-law and my great niece, and I made a little floral cluster here, put the best day, love you, puffy circle sticker. I just put enamel dots and these 2 banners. I didn't think it needed any more. Put 3 butterflies on this side. We did this together, and I did put some pink and peach thread all mixed together in here and underneath this too. And I think that that is all that I did. I really love that butterfly stamp set with stencil and metal dies. It's just awesome because you can make the butterflies match whatever collection you're using, and it's really cool. So I hope that you like this. I'll come up close. Isn't this paper pretty? I love it. I'll come up close. See the stitching on those banner dies? I don't know where I got those dies from. I think it might have been In Love Art Shop. There's those butterflies. And of course I put little honeybee gem stamps in the middle of my butterflies like I usually do. I really like this chipboard heart here that says hello gorgeous. It matches her little dress perfect, doesn't it? And there's the thread. And here's the pretty enamel dots from the collection. Okay, so I'm going to put some close-ups at the end for you to see. I hope that you like this, and thank you for sticking around for the longer video today, but I thought you might want to use this as a possible double page layout for yourself. Okay, I am going to put all my friends who are also participating in Pinkfresh Friday in the description box below. Please go ahead and visit everybody's videos and channels. Like and subscribe to everybody. That really helps us out on YouTube a lot when you hit the like button, the thumbs up. And I will link the products I used below. And that's it. I hope that you have a nice day. Thanks for sticking around with me. Bye.